Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another segment with the South Texas Literacy Coalition. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Idalia Villarreal. Really quick, taking advantage that we already have a comment on the board right now. So everybody who's viewing us, if you guys go ahead and leave a comment down below saying hi, or if you guys have a question throughout today's presentation, your name will be entered in a chance to win a raffle prize. And we will be having the raffle at the very end of today's segment. So today we're going to be talking about a topic that's a little bit more not necessarily health literacy. It can be pertaining to health literacy and can't be applied for health literacy, but we're going to be talking about goal setting. So goal setting can be talked about or can be applied to many other things other than whether it be healthy eating or exercise goals. It can also be applied to everyday life. It could be applied to your workspace, your personal space, your career space, and many different things like that. So hi to everybody. Hi, Melba. Hi, Rosalba. Nick Gutierrez. Hey, what's up? So today, to help us talk about these topics, we're going to have Mr. Ivan Figueroa.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing great so far. Glad to be back.
Awesome. So, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about goal setting, different ways that goal setting can be applied to everyday life. So, we're going to go ahead and start our presentation.
Yeah, definitely. And great introduction. Like you were saying, like goal setting can be used for pretty much different aspects in your life. And when I go over talking about some of those, but before we start is what is a goal or why do we make goals? And I mean, by definition, a goal is just something that you aim for it. And it helps you just to keep track of your dreams, your desires that you want to achieve in regardless of the categories. And here you can see a couple of those. All these goals that you can have, whether it is family related, personal health, finances, your intellectual, spiritual, or even your career development can be used as a goal setting. So we're going to talk about some strategies that you can use to create your goals and also to keep track and achieve those goals. Because more than likely, we sometimes struggle to really create a good goal. We just create one, oh, I want to lose weight. But do we really achieve it, or we need to create specific strategies to target those goals? And I know Valeria asked me for our people that talk Spanish or primarily Spanish speaking. We're going to try to do it bilingual. So we're going to go back and forth in these two languages. So en español, pues para qué queremos hacer metas. Las metas es para nuestros sueños, lograr lo que nos proponemos y lo podemos usar en diferentes categorías en nuestra vida, ya sea personales, en la familia, en nuestro trabajo, en nuestro entorno. Y la mejor forma de hacer es creando metas que podamos medirlas y tenerlas específicas para que nos sirvan para motivarnos y también para darnos una dirección de que vamos en un buen sentido. Y en esta imagen podemos ver algunos tipos de metas que podemos hacer y por lo general siempre es en año nuevo. Empezando el año tenemos metas de que queremos bajar de peso, queremos ser más saludables, tener un buen trabajo, ya sea salir de nuestras deudas o acabar para nuestra casa, comprar un auto, lo que sea, salir de vacaciones, buenas metas también. Pero también puede ser relacionadas con la salud, dejar de fumar, dejar de tomar, bajar nuestro nivel de colesterol, nuestro nivel de azúcar o tomar menos medicamentos. All right, so what are the best way to create a goal? Just follow these examples and that'll be it. Set a goal, make a plan, get to work, stick to it, and reach the goal. As simple as this. And it's pretty much how we get to that goal. And of course, there's more in between these steps. It's easy to just make it like this, but some people, we don't know how to really create a good goal. So first on the set the goal, we need to be able to set that specific goal. On the make the plan, we need to understand like what are the resources available that we have that we can do to create that goal. And then get to work is all about motivation, which also is a huge part of reaching that goal. If you lose motivation, you can always go back into reaching the goal. But what happens if you don't have those tools to get back on track? So that's the other point. Stick to it until you reach the goal. And moving on to Spanish. So los mejores pasos para hacer tu sueño realidad es crear una meta, crear un plan, empezar a trabajar y mantenerte en ese plan. Tan simple como es, pero obviamente hay muchos procesos y materiales que podemos usar para crear y llegar a ese sueño. Entonces, empezando con la meta, tenemos que crear una meta que sea fuerte, que sea razonable y que podamos lograr. Tenemos que hacer un plan de qué podemos hacer en nuestras manos para llegar a esa meta, qué está fuera de nuestro alcance, y si está fuera de nuestro alcance, qué ayuda podemos obtener para lograr esa meta. Y últimamente es mantener tu paso hacia esa meta, tener una dirección y finalmente alcanzar esa meta. ¿Okay? Y por lo general vemos algo así. Siempre tenemos de que cuando queremos una meta vamos a decir, quiero graduarme de la universidad. Empezamos desde abajo. Bueno, pues a lo mejor no puedo. ¿Qué pasa si no puedo? Empezamos a buscar qué es lo que nos evita alcanzar esa meta. Pero mientras buscamos más información, nos informamos mejor, empezamos a ver que hay materiales, recursos que podemos tener, ya sea financial aid, el tiempo, la ayuda de nuestros padres, de nuestros hijos, si tenemos hijos, de nuestros hermanos, amigos, y eventualmente buscamos los pasos para lograr empezar la carrera. Mientras estás en la carrera, ¿qué necesitas para graduarte? Y aunque finalmente te gradúas. So, I love this picture because it shows you the different steps into achieving your dream or to setting out that goal. So always you start at the bottom. Some people might start a little higher, but you always start with the I want to do it. Whether it's, for example, losing weight, I want to do it. You start defining all the reasons why you can, then I can do it because of this or because of that. Then you start with the I want to do it. So you have something motivates you to lose the weight, whether it's something related to your health or be more active, or you start to maybe see your pants doesn't fit anymore. So I want to lose the weight. So now you move into what steps do I need to take? So how do I do it? Then you try to do it. Finally, you start doing the steps, being active until you reach the goal of losing weight. So I love this picture, and I know you were mentioning that you saw it before in another class, similar to this aspects. And there's a lot of models into going in the goal setting that you can apply for a lot of motivation, a lot of goals, and a lot of your dreams. And this is pretty much known as the transferable model of change. And it's one of my favorite ones because you can use it for different settings in your life. So it all starts with the pre-contemplation stages, and it all goes from stages to stages. So the pre-contemplation stage, you don't have any intention to start the goal or to have any motivation. And we can give examples, for example, losing weight. So the pre-contemplation, you don't have any real intent to start losing weight. There's nothing going on. You are perfectly healthy, nothing to worry about, so no reason for losing weight. On the contemplation stage, you look at, okay, so maybe I need to lose weight. Well, I mentioned before, maybe you're not fitting your clothes anymore. Your favorite pants, your favorite jeans doesn't fit anymore. Or you have an event coming up like a wedding, so maybe I need to lose a couple of pounds if I want to look good into that event. So you start with the preparation. So in the preparation, what active steps can I do? So I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to start getting a membership at the gym. So you start to taking those active steps, getting ready not to actually engage in losing weight, but start to making all the necessary arrangements to start your goal. And then action is now you're taking the steps. So now you're eating healthier, you're working out, you're doing all these sessions, you're tuning to self-regulated circulation, to know more information. And then I think one of the hardest ones is the maintenance stage. So maintaining that new lifestyle, because it's pretty much changing your habits, maintaining them, which can take some time for you to develop a habit. And just always understand that just like with any other goals that you might have, sometimes you're going to have a relapse. But the best thing is that if you fail your goal, you can always go back and track and achieve your goal one more time. So if we want to talk now in Spanish, este es un modelo que explica cómo su meta se mueve en diferentes direcciones. Y básicamente va en una espiral y empezamos con la precontemplación, que no tienes ninguna intención de empezar a hacer algo saludable o hacer tu meta. No tienes ninguna intensidad o ninguna intención, como dije. Por ejemplo, mencionábamos bajar de peso. Todo está muy bien, soy saludable, no tengo problemas de salud, puedo hacer mis actividades físicas, mi ropa me queda bien, entonces no hay necesidad de bajar de peso. Estoy perfectamente como estoy. Entramos a la otra etapa, que es contemplación, que algo pasa en nuestra vida que nos hace cambiar nuestra mentalidad. So, ya sea, no me queda el pantalón mi favorito, no me puse en la báscula, peso más de lo que pesaba, tengo un evento y necesito bajar de peso, o si estoy subiendo las escaleras me falta el aire. Entonces algo me dice que necesito empezar a hacer algo para bajar de peso. Nos seguimos a la siguiente etapa, que es preparación. Okay, la preparación, buscamos qué es lo que me previene y qué es lo que me ayudará a tener esa meta. Ya sea ir al mercado, comprar comida saludable, hacer una dieta, hacer un plan, conseguir una membresía de gimnasio, buscar ropa para hacer ejercicio, comprarme unos buenos tenis que a veces sirven para motivarte, y tomar esos pasos. Estamos en la siguiente etapa, que es acción. Y aquí es donde vas a empezar a hacer tu meta y empezar a tener ese sueño en realidad. Ya sea, obviamente, comer más saludable, hacer tus comidas, las preparas, el ejercicio, y te mantienes informado de South Texas Literacy, todos los Facebook Live, toda la información que tienen disponible. Y finalmente es una de las etapas más difíciles, que es mantenerse. Y esa es una que muchos fallamos o que no mantenemos por el tiempo que quisiéramos, pero siempre como hay una caída, un relapso, podemos volver otra vez. Y depende, el relapso puede ser antes, puede ser después de la acción, pero volver a mantenerte y volver a la meta es lo esencial. Ok, como decía, ¿cuáles son los tipos de metas? Eso es primero lo que tenemos que hacer. Y hay un acrónimo que es el SMART Goals, o metas inteligentes, pero se oye mejor en inglés, obviamente. Y esto te ayudará primero a tener una meta, y ya que tengas una buena meta, te ayuda más fácil a mantenerte y a seguir en esa meta lo más tiempo posible. Entonces, primero que nada, tenemos que preguntarnos qué es lo que quiero. Si quiero bajar de peso, ok, esa es una buena meta, pero no es específica. Bajar de peso es algo muy vago. Entonces, quiero bajar cuánto peso, ya sean 5 libras, 10 libras, por ciento de grasa, o puede ser inclusive ganar de peso. Quiero ganar músculo, no necesariamente grasa, quiero ganar músculo. Entonces, ser lo más específico que se pueda. Tiene que ser medible o measurable. En este caso, si podemos cuantificar nuestro progreso, va a ser mejor mantener motivación y también saber si vamos en la dirección correcta. Porque puedo decir, quiero bajar de peso y como más saludable, hago más ejercicio, pero igual puedo comer más alimentos de los que necesito, y aunque esté comiendo saludable, puedo ganar de peso y realmente alejarme de mi meta principal. Otra cosa es que tiene que ser achievable, o que se pueda alcanzar. Está en mi poder alcanzarlo. Y bajar de peso, pues es una muy fácil que podemos hacer. Pero también el siguiente, que es realística. Si digo, quiero bajar 20 libras para el fin de semana que tengo una boda, que pues, obviamente no voy a bajar 20 libras en 3 días. Entonces, algo que tiene que ser realístico, tiene que ser algo que podemos alcanzar, que sea nuestro poder alcanzarlo. Y últimamente es el tiempo. Tener un tiempo, un margen de tiempo que podamos alcanzar esa meta. Si no, pues entonces no vamos a tener un progreso, o no vamos a ver qué tanto podemos observar nuestra meta, si está yendo en la dirección correcta. Okay? So we want to go back in English. So our goals need to be using the SMART acronym, which is hugely useful to know if your goal is strong or is lacking some components. So it has to be specific, knowing what you want to do. So if I want to stop drinking alcohol, then I have to say, I need to stop drinking alcohol. But it is possible to do so. Is it achievable? Well, it is. It is possible. Measurable. So in terms of measurable, alcohol, you can start maybe like reducing your intake, or you can just stop it right away. But that needs to also be timely. You can say, I want to do it by life, but let's be honest, sometimes we have some relapses, so we can start with a day by day, or in the next month, I will not be drinking alcohol. And then after that goal, well, another month, and keep going until you achieve your major goal, right?
Yeah, I know that oftentimes it happens that this could be applied to other things that aren't necessarily having to do with changing something in your lifestyle. It could also be to reach a different type of goal, like say you want to buy a new car. Okay, so just like we talk about the trans-theoretical method of change, contemplation. Okay, I'm contemplating. I'm thinking about maybe possibly I want to buy a car. Preparation. Start saving money. Start paying off any credit card debt or any other debts that you have, so you can free up, space in your money and space in your bank account. That would be your preparation. Action. You can start, going to the dealership, going to go look at cars, checking your credit score, checking to see, you start taking action to actually doing the process of buying your car. And maintenance could be to make sure that you have enough money in your bank account to make your monthly payment for your car, so that you won't have to, turn it back in. And relapse would be, again, that possibility of maybe you start splurging on money and you start spending a lot of money and you stop having enough in your bank account to pay your car payment, which could cause a relapse, which could ultimately be, having to, put it back in your car or trade in for a different car or something like that. Yeah, so it could be done in other things other than, lifestyle. It could be for something like that, for wanting to buy a car. It could also be applied, career wise. It could be applied to your degree. It could be applied if you're a student and you're, say you're contemplating on, whether or not you want to take that senior level course or not, that prerequisite course that a lot of people have been telling you that it's very, very difficult. So pre-contemplation, am I going to take this class? Am I not going to take this class? Am I going to take it in the summer, or am I going to take it in a full semester? Am I going to take it now? Am I going to take it later? And then, contemplating on, okay, what professor am I going to choose? What time am I going to take the class at? When does it fit into my schedule? And then you start preparing by, researching your professors, researching the textbook, seeing, buying the textbook that you need, any extra material that you need, study material that can help you achieve getting that A in that course. And then action is, taking the course, sitting in class every day, paying attention 24/7, doing your notes, studying your notes right after class, preparing for those big exams. And maintenance could be, don't only study hard for the first test, continue your study ethic, continue your preparation ethic to make sure that you maintain that high A or that high grade that you want in your course. And the relapse could be, you getting lazy one weekend and not studying for an exam that you have the next day, which is why maintenance is very important, to make sure that you are able to make sure that you're able to strive for that goal and that you're able to really achieve that high A in that course, or passing that course that you can, maybe that's the course that's preventing you from graduating and you really, really need to pass it in order for you to graduate on time. So it could be applied to other things other than health related stuff, whether it be buying a car, your degree, wanting to get a promotion at your work spot, anything that has to do with making a decision that could change your life, whether it be health, lifestyle, anything like that. It's very important that we have, I guess you can say, that game plan to make sure that you're able to, achieve that goal in a timely manner, because you don't want to, take 2-3 years to get that promotion. Maybe you want to get that, you have that goal, oh my god, I want to get this promotion before my birthday, or I want to get this promotion right before Christmas break, or anything like that. So it's very important that we come up with a good, ideal game plan so that we can reach those goals.
Yeah, no, definitely. And this is where the part of the SMART goal comes into play, because more than likely, if you don't write your goal, you're not going to achieve it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like, that's statistic wise. Like, people that don't write their goals, they're not going to be able to achieve it, because you can't keep track of it. And secondly, if you don't go back and read your goals like in a constant manner, you're also not going to know whether you're achieving it or not. So this is where it comes back to, and I like this example. So like different goals that you have. So let's say, for example, I want to get a better job. That's a good example that you mentioned. So I do want to get a better job, but what steps am I making to be a better worker or be a better employee? Am I being on time and I'm accomplish my duties, my tasks? Am I doing more than what I should to like my superiors know that I'm putting the effort? Am I preparing myself, which a lot of people don't do it. We just land a good job and that's it, like we just relax. So it's constantly to be and learn more. So it goes into more goals. And this is what I like about goals. You can have one big dream. Let's say I want to get a good job, but what steps do I need to do in order to get a good job? So I can do a good degree, good career, good certifications, good social relationships. So those are going to be smaller goals into one of the big goals that you want to accomplish. But still, if you don't write it down, if you don't have a plan that you mentioned, then you're not going to be able to keep track or know if you're going in the right direction. All right, and I also want to add two more letters. I know there's other acronyms that you can use, and in order to make SMART goals, I think that one thing that you should consider is evaluate and also review your goals. So making even smarter goals, not just smart, but making smarter. So add the next two letters, evaluate, E, and review. So make sure again that your goal is constantly changing. As you accomplish your goal or as you're moving in the time, your goals might change along the way. So maybe you start with, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, but along the way you lose more. Or you see that, well, maybe I don't want to lose weight. Maybe I want to put muscle and change my body composition. So maybe not just losing weight. Maybe I just want to maintain the same, but now I want to lose the size of my pants or the shirt size. So I'm looking at getting thinner and getting slimmer, but I'm not necessarily losing weight. So my goal changed it, but still the steps that I'm taking, eating healthier and being more physically active, stay the same.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like also a lot of times when you go into your game plan for your set goal, a lot of times maybe you set up your goal and you say, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds by December, and you have your set plan saying, okay, so that means after so many weeks I have to lose this much. After so many weeks I have to lose this much to make sure that you're on that track to make sure that you can get to your ultimate goal of your 20 pounds. But maybe you've gone 2-3 months and you haven't lost those initial 5 pounds. So maybe the direction that you're going might not be the most ideal or might not be the correct road to take. So it's important that throughout your goal, you still revisit your game plan and make sure you make, and like you said, evaluate. Make sure that you evaluate your plan. If it's not working for you, reevaluate it, rewrite it, modify it, any modifications to your plan that can help you reach your goal faster or get you to your goal. Maybe you kind of steered away from it a little bit. Get yourself back on track. Don't just write it and forget about it. Write it, have it in a place where you're able to see it every so often so that you can track yourself and make sure that you are in the correct path to reach the goal that you set yourself to.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think most of our are part of that person that at the beginning of the year would set up like 12 goals or something like that. Our New
Yeah.
Year's resolution goals, and then after that we forget about them, or we have them on the back of our minds, but we don't really keep track of it, or we don't take the active steps because we really never create a game plan. We never made um, preparations to achieve the goal. And I know like people usually is like, oh, I want to travel more, I want to lose weight, I want to be healthier, I want to be better finances, I want to be happier. But understand that some of those, there's not really a way to quantify them. Like, for example, happiness, how can you measure happiness? So you need to consider all the goals in part of it. So maybe it is spending more time with your family, maybe it's having something material, or maybe just enjoying life, like going out and being more active, spending more time in nature. So depending on what you want to do, your goals might differ to someone else. So your steps to achieving that goal is also going to be totally different. And also the time that it takes you to achieving the similar goal to someone else might be different as well.
Yeah, definitely. Something that I know that works, at least it works for me when I always have a planner with me. Anywhere I go, a planner goes with me. Mainly because I have a million things that I have to do. But another thing, because whenever I have, a goal, like for example, if I want to lose weight for a wedding that I have. Okay, well, the wedding is in December. Okay, I'm in June or getting into July. How much do I weigh right now? Okay, and then the following month, I can say, okay, I have so many more. Now I have less months until the wedding. Where am I at right now? So having a planner is a good way for you to be able to track your goals in a timely way. You're able to visually see where you're at right now and where you should be at during your goal, and you're able to track yourself and kind of visualize, okay, I'm okay right now. I might have to go a little bit harder into workouts this week so that I can, make sure that I'm still up there with my goals. Or another thing, something that I don't do, but I have a friend that does, they do vision boards. I'm not sure if you know what vision boards are, but vision boards are basically you can do it on a piece of paper, you can do it on a piece of cardstock, on a poster board or something like that. And basically, it's a board where you put your goals and you map out your goals for, say, the year. This is something that's really good to do with those 12 New Year's
Yeah.
resolutions that you think about during New Year's. Creating a vision board with those goals after you speak your goals into existence. It's important that you, after you speak them, that you write them and you materialize them on paper, because that helps you a little bit more to be able to visualize your goals on something materialistic, something that you can touch, something that you can feel, not just something that you said and you might forget the next day. When in one ear, when out the other one. So vision boards, you can be very creative with them. Maybe look them up on Pinterest. You can do a lot of, say one of my goals was to buy a car. I would put a car on one of my little sections of my vision board, and I'll put the date of by when I want to buy my car, and the price that I want to pay for that car and stuff like that. And then under that, I would put small little goals that I would have to achieve before I get to that ultimate goal, which would be pay off my debt, manage my credit cards, stop spending too much money eating out or shopping and stuff like that. Say another goal was to, I don't know, get a better job. Okay, so I would put a picture of myself in my new job on the board, and below that, you would put the necessary steps, your game plan to reach that goal. So having that vision board, you're able to visually see, and if you put it somewhere, say in your room or in your kitchen or in your office, somewhere that you can run by it at least once or twice a week, so you're able to remind yourself, and you can kind of use it to kind of check in on yourself. Have I done this for this goal on my vision board? Have I done any things that I told myself for this goal on my vision board? So it's something that's really cool, creative, and that can help motivate you to ultimately reach those New Year's resolutions that you just forget about sometimes if you just speak them into existence. So vision boards, if you look them up, pretty sure if you look them up on Google or Pinterest, sometimes Instagram has some really cool ones just to get, some ideas. They've helped out a lot of my friends. I personally haven't done one, but I'm planning on doing one after summer for some goals that I have for the end of the year for myself. And there's no correct time to set goals. I feel like a lot of people always say, "Oh, I want to lose weight, but I'm gonna start tomorrow. I'm gonna start at the end of the year. I'm gonna start
I'll start
after
on
this
Monday.
wedding." Yeah, I'll start on Monday, and then
Yeah.
again, I'll start next week, or I'll wait until the end of the year. Or sometimes you set your New Year's resolutions, and February comes and you haven't done anything. Oh, I lost my chance. I have to wait until next New Year. No, you don't have to wait. There's no appropriate time for you to set a goal. If you are really dedicated to it and you really want to make a positive change in your life, you should be able to start right then and there. Don't say, oh, mañana, oh, next week, oh, la otra semana, oh, after this party. No, if you want to really make a change, like, I'm going to start right now, today, at this moment. So don't feel that there has to be an appropriate time for you to set a goal. If you think about you want to set a goal, set the goal. Don't worry about what day in the week you're in. Just do it.
Yeah, and always start writing it down. That's the best thing to do. Go back to those SMART goals. Make specific what is that you want to do. Um, how will you go into that? If in your power, like you can write it as you run it down, you can check. Okay, is it achievable? Is it realistic? Does it have time matter? If it doesn't, you can always go back and change it. And like we mentioned, you can always go back and evaluate as you go in the months. Are you keeping track of the goal? Are you achieving it? If not, then well, what do you need to change, and so on, right? And it's fun that you mentioned like the wedding thing, and it happened to me. So we had some time. So last year I knew there was gonna be a wedding about this time. So I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna get slimmer, whatever. But I also start to be more active at the gym. So like, well, I want to lift heavier. So in order to lift heavier, you need to put some muscle mass, but not, right? So a month ago, I was trying out my suits that I own, and sure enough, I don't fit in those anymore. Not in a bad way, like in a good way. Like my arms wouldn't move anymore, my legs wouldn't fit on the pants, so I had to go and buy another suit. So sometimes your goal might change, even though you want to be healthier, you want to be more active and whatnot. Maybe your goal is going to change. Like I want to lose some weight, but at the end of well, I felt good. lifting heavier. So my goal would change into that aspect. So I'm more away from losing weight. I gain more weight than I should probably. But now I'm going into back again to try to lose some of the weight that I gained, especially in today's quarantine, which I think is one of the biggest aspects to always understand that there's going to be some ways to challenge those goals and your motivation along the way. So right now we got to quarantine. We cannot exercise as much as we can. The food that we have on our pantries are probably like a bunch of sugar, a bunch of like fat related. Or we don't want to cook it. We just want to be laying down watching TV. So it's like you mentioned, like how bad do you want to accomplish that goal is going to determine if you achieve it faster or it's going to be easier as well.
Yeah, definitely. I know that I had, before the thing was freshman 15, you supposedly you gain 50 pounds your freshman year of college. And I told myself, I am not going to allow this to happen. I am not going to allow freshman 15 to get to me. And thankfully, I didn't. I actually lost quite a bit of weight, my freshman year in college. And now it's the quarantine 15 or the quarantine 20, what they're talking about right now of the stigma right now or the trend right now that people are saying if you ask anybody, what have you gotten out of quarantine? And everybody will say, I gained weight. So that's what I got from quarantine. That's what quarantine gave me. But, and it happens, like you said, we're at home all the time. We have access to food 24/7. If we're not working and we're at home, you can get bored. And a lot of times at least for me, I know that when I get bored, I get hungry. So, when it came down to it for quarantine, I told myself no. Thankfully, I was able to be working from home, so my mind was still busy, and I still had stuff that I had to do to kind of get my mind off of like wanting to like have the munchies a little too much. So that helped me out a little bit. But another thing is gyms weren't really open. You didn't really have access to your regular routine workout space. So I made it a plan that I said I am going to work out any which way. And everybody would say, well, go jog around your neighborhood. And well, I have a knee injury, so I can't really run. I can't really put too much pressure on my knee. So I told myself, what can I do for cardio? And I said, okay, I would always do cycling when I would go to the gym. I would get on the cycloergometer when I would go to the gym. I said, okay, let me bust out my old bike. Of course, the tires were flat, the tires were torn and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go fix my tires. I'm going to fix my bike. I'm going to de-rust my chain. I'm going to, bring my bike back to life and I'm going to start biking. And sure enough, my mom started getting into it too. So we went out for about 2-3 days because bikes were nowhere to be found in stores. But I bought my mom a bike and me and my mom go biking every day. I told myself that I wasn't going to let quarantine allow me to gain weight. And sure enough, I didn't have my regular gym space that I would always go to. But, I made do with what I had at home because I was determined that I was going to lose weight during quarantine, or at least maintain my weight during quarantine. And that's the thing. At first, my goal was not to gain weight, to be able to be in my maintenance stage, not to gain or lose weight. I just wanted to be able to maintain my weight. And once I saw that I was doing very well maintaining it, okay, now reevaluating my goals. Now I want to lose weight. So I reevaluated my goals, changed my my initial game plan a little bit, and now going a little bit more heavy on my workouts, doing a little instead of just doing cardio, doing a little bit of mix of resistance exercises to kind of help me tone my body and to actually initially lose weight. So that's a perfect example of reevaluating your goals and making sure that you have in mind that your goals may change as you go, as you progress, and as you see change, your goals can't change. And that's totally fine as long as you're able to evaluate it and you're able to see it happening and you're able to make the conscious choice yourself. You should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree with that. Like, I need to start going also to be more active. So I was earlier looking into some equipment, like whether a row machine or a assault bike, so that way make it a little easier to do some cardio. Trying to stay away from the gym. Like I've been going to the past week, but at some point, like wearing the face mask is not doable. So I try it, not so fun. It's hard to breathe, like even harder to breathe. So I'm gonna try to do something at home. So yeah, and I guess to like wrap it up, like the best thing that you can do to achieve your dreams is just set up a goal and make a plan to stay on that goal.
Yeah, definitely. Amen to that. But thank you so much to everybody that came out. I know we have a lot of people on here. Mr. Paredes, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Nathaniel, Rosalba, thank you guys so much. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and have that raffle. So anybody that left a comment is going to be entered in a chance to win a raffle prize in our raffle today. The only thing that we do ask, usually like all of the other raffles that we've had, the person that wins, we will go ahead and message you, send you a message to let you know that you won, and give you the address to our office so you can come pick them up. So that's is the only thing we do require for you to come pick them up. Don't worry, we can do contactless curbside delivery. All you gotta do is I'll send you a message. Just let me know when you're outside, and I'll go ahead and I'll go drop it off at your car. And we have some very good service, I might have to say. All of our past contest winners have been very, very happy. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the raffle. Let me share my screen. Okay, cool. So, that was a test. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and do it. Idalia Villarreal, you are our winner. So I will go ahead and send you, like I said, I'll go ahead and send you a message to let you know when you can come pick up your prize. But thank you so much for everybody that came out today. Just a little quick announcements for our next programming. Don't forget, tomorrow we do have, I believe tomorrow we have Kids in the Kitchen with Dr. Ida. So come by and see what recipes we have this week. So like that we can. I am sorry, Mr. Paredes. I know. I am so sorry. You did not win. It is not rigged. I promise. I promise it is not. It's the computer. It's not me. I'm sorry. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for being out here. Make sure to see our programming for the next couple of weeks. Just to let you guys know, we are going to be taking a little bit of a break for our Thursday programming. For Thursday's health literacy, we're going to be taking a 2-week break, but we should be back on July the 16th to talk about hydration part 2 with Mr. Juan Paredes. And I spoke to him yesterday at the blood drive. Yeah, there you go. So also a big thank you to everybody that supported us yesterday and the day before yesterday at our blood drive. We had a very, very good positive turnout at Bird Arden Arena and HB Park. Thank you guys so much. We will, if I'm not mistaken, we will be having blood drives in the future as well. So we will be letting you guys know. If you weren't able to donate these past 2 days, don't worry. More dates are coming for a possibility for blood donation in the Valley locally. So we will let you guys know whenever we have more blood drives. But thank you to everybody. We did have some people from South Texas Literacy audience that went to go donate yesterday. I was able to get some messages from you people. But thank you so much for those of you that went and supported. But yeah, we will be having a 2-week break, but we will be back with our Thursdays at noon with health literacy. I believe July the 16th, Thursday, and we'll be talking about hydration part 2 with Mr. Paredes. We have so many amazing ideas. We chatted yesterday at the blood drive. We have so many new things that we want to talk about, some exciting things, some exciting products that we're going to be testing out. So it's going to be super cool. And yeah, Mr. Paredes is letting us know we had over 80 donations in just 2 days. And that's being that we're in the middle of a pandemic currently. And still 80 people, 80 heroes were able to come donate blood. So for those of you that don't know, one donation of blood can be used for up to three patients. So that's what 80 times 3, that is 160. That's over 200 people that could be helped with blood right now, because we had 80 people in just 2 days. But yeah, just to go to show that something as simple as 1 pint of blood or 1 pint of plasma can really help somebody, especially right now with our COVID-19 patients in the hospitals. But yeah, thank you so much to our heroes that came out and donated. And don't worry if you weren't able to be a hero. You will be a hero soon, I promise you. But thank you guys so much, and have a nice day.
All right. Thank you so much.